Open your ear canals and let us in. It's the Polymuse podcast.
Guys, it's the Polymuse experience. It's the Polymuse family. It's the Polymuse lifestyle brand. We're hitting you with it again. It's the Steal This Album track 2 with the Innervision. We're going to keep them coming. We got the facts. We got the laughs. We got the nostalgia. We got the songs. We're playing you the songs. We got the hilarious, the awesome, the insightful, the impactful, the redactful, the pterodactyl himself, Michael the man. Tell him something I didn't already tell him. Michael, can you hit him with some facts or some nonsense or something good to get him so that I can take a break from talking for like 1 second?
I can talk nonsense all day.
Okay.
Today, Innervision.
Innervision,
the
guys.
only single off the Steal This Album project,
But
the second
was it
album
really?
by System
Go ahead.
of a Down.
Doesn't have a video though, does it?
It doesn't. No videos for this project.
And
no.
you've never heard it on the radio, have you?
I have not.
And you stole the dang album, didn't you? Wait, don't answer that. But how is it a dang single? I just don't I mean, it says it is. I don't know. It doesn't really count. We counted it as a single, giving it its own episode as we do, but it's not quite, you know. This is it an afterthought album or not? You know what I'm saying? Because
I consider it an afterthought.
Well, the album is kind of an afterthought album. It's like paint by numbers. It's like all the ones that didn't stick out, but they already had all their presets. They had all their whatever. It's just painting by it's System of a Down. I think it's cool. I think more bands should do kind of not like a leftovers album, but more of like just a back to like a basics. Like this is just
raw
what they're
projects.
known for. Like a raw project, but where it's like just the style they're known for. Like nothing crazy, nothing like, oh, here's my moody album and here's my this and here's my just the sound. Like black and white, something like that.
Straight and narrow.
Straight and narrow.
No booty album. No booty album.
No, yeah.
No, like different genre.
Right.
No, this guy's not going to sing on this one, but he does on every other one.
Right.
No, like we're adding a new instrument.
Which they do a little bit. Which they do a little bit. And you know, I like it, alternative stuff. It's just, it's that in and of itself is kind of an alternative way to do it. Where it's just the stripped down. Just writing some songs.
Strip it on down.
Beatles did it. Let It Be. That was kind of their back to basics. You know, they were so known for putting so many different layers and studio tricks and sound effects and backwards instruments. They're like, let's just play an album. Let's just write some songs, play some songs live, normal instruments, not crazy studio instruments. So Steal This Album's kind of the Let It Be of the System of a Down.
Pretty much.
Oeuvre.
Innervision did chart. It's 14th on the mainstream rock, 12th on the modern rock.
Well, maybe we did hear it on the radio.
I don't really recall.
You wouldn't recall it, would you?
Yeah. This one for sure was one of the leaks from Toxicity 2, as it was called, before it was released on Steal This Album as
Part
an actual
1.
track. So this was supposed to be one of the top dogs off the album, and this was a track that we listened to early, I believe. So
it could have been.
Yeah.
Some of these run together, man. Some of them run together. It's kind of hard to know the difference between. I mean, it's really not. I mean, this one could even fit on like Hypnotize or something. Honestly, it's not that.
Right.
It's just kind of the paint by numbers thing. Should we talk about the lyrics and kind of paint the music video? And I suppose we can do that after we play you the song on Polymuse Radio. Here it goes. We'll hit you with the thing. We'll hit you with the music. We'll hit you with the tunage. Then we'll give you our imagery. Our brain will melt into your brain and you'll experience the Polymuse lifestyle. What do you think, Michael? Can we play them some Innervision?
Let's do it.
System of a Down.
Break the system.
Steal This Album. How would you? That'd be difficult to do nowadays. It would be difficult to steal this album because I think all the pirate sites are gone for the most part, and you're not going to be. You know, it's not
worth your time anymore.
Well, it's not like in Target or in Walmart anyway.
Yeah,
it's not, and
it's hard to find physical albums.
The Pirate Bay and all that. You know, I think so it's like that would be difficult.
Yeah.
Here's something easy. Innervision. So without admitting to ingesting any illicit substances, let's discuss kind of the imagery, and there is a specific story to these lyrics here. So we can base our music videos on something here that maybe or maybe not, we may or may not have first or second hand experience with. So hit them with it. What is this song about?
Just some kind of experiences, yeah.
In inner vision, as it were.
Yeah.
And some of you have had these and some of you have not.
So it's possible the song may be a general look into oneself and finding a better path and changing, that kind of deal. But there's also the lyrics in the bridge. It's never too late to reinvent the bicycle. A smile brings forth energy your life, giving you force. It's never too late to reinvent the bicycle. A smile brings forth energy your life, giving you force.
And what happened on Bicycle Day? The
Well,
bicycle was reinvented in a psychedelic way.
It's quite possibly this is in reference to Albert Hoffman, who back in 1943 accidentally created LSD,
Accidentally.
consumed it, and took a little
Accidentally.
bike ride and was hallucinating and suffering from those side effects. And it could be in reference to that.
So he was having an inner vision. I always thought this song was called Inversion. And I'm pretty sure that's what my file said, the downloaded thing.
Really?
And not Innervision. I'm pretty sure. And this, I'm not going to blame the guy who was doing the burning or doing the file titling here.
Right,
But
right.
I do think we always called this song Inversion, which also works. Like it's an inversion of your senses, an inversion of your reality into the psychedelic state that was discovered on that day, that fateful day. I remember my band Goat Machine played a show. I don't know what the date is now. Let's Google it. But we played a show on the anniversary of the invention of LSD.
Did you?
And we made a big deal out of it, like between songs. We were like, everyone out there.
LSD Day?
I'm pretty sure it's called like Bicycle Day.
It is.
So yeah,
April 19th.
Right, April 19th. There you go. So we had a show at a bar, and we just kept wishing, like, if you know, you know. So happy Bicycle Day, and hope you didn't ride your bikes here because it might be a dangerous trip home. But yeah, it was pretty good. So a lot of bike related. So here we go. Innervision. We got it. That's worth something.
Yeah.
It's got to be at least like a B- or something from me. That's better than Chicken Stew.
Is it?
That's like a B-.
Okay.
We're jumping the gun a little bit, but that's just where I'm feeling it. You were calling this song all kinds of S words.
I just don't care about this song. I gave it a D.
What about the
I'm not
bike
replaying
ride and the...
I don't care about the writing, their instrumentation. There's nothing.
Let's go down the list. Crunchy, pounding heavy guitars, really snaky rhythm.
Snaky.
Very pushing drums that kind of like on the edge of the beat, on the edge of the note, push it forward. You got Serge harmonizing with himself.
We do.
Different layers of Serge. That. Darren shuts up for once.
He made it from an F to a D.
Okay. And it cuts to just the guitar, which is cool.
Solid.
So that's a B-
D+. Like it.
You think Chicken Stew's better than this?
I actually like it. I like the little singing
and the basketball and the
Well, the rather forgettable basketball reference. That's not the best. I have a rather intimate knowledge of basketball. That's just
check out the Juice podcast streaming now, ladies and gentlemen, starring Michael, the man himself, the myth, the legend.
Yeah, I mean that's
okay.
I prefer that to this.
So who invented LSD? Albert Hoffman, right?
That's correct.
So let's kick it. Who else do we know? Abby Hoffman.
Know her well.
Different guy. It's a man's name.
Know him well.
It's a hippie, famous agitator, activist, anarchist, possibly. Not sure exactly how he identified, but he's a crazy agitator guy, hippie guy, famous guy, counterculture, revolutionary guy.
Also around in the 40s.
He was around at Woodstock. He was around in the 60s.
There you go.
And he wrote Steal This Book, okay? So Steal This Book is the book that's about how to get everything for free. It's basically scams. It's how to stuff we do not endorse. The older I get, the less I want society to just be plundered by those who can't produce for themselves. But I get where he's coming from. I'm not endorsing this. I'm explaining a lifestyle where he's teaching you how to do welfare scams. He's teaching you how to do. Let me see the book real quick. We'll just run them down. What we're talking about here. What can we get for free according to this guy? Let's and I do have the book, and the book was acquired legally, we'll say.
Okay.
I hide it on my bookshelf because it says steal this book on the spine. So I don't want my friends to steal it. So I put it on the bookshelf backwards.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's the kind of company we keep around here.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, if it disappears,
Yeah.
I earned that. I mean, that's karma.
Yeah.
So I
that
got to
would
be a little
karma.
bit sneaky about this.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to find another copy. I mean, if this, you can't order this on
Find-
Amazon. They'll just.
You didn't say purchase. You'd have to find another copy.
I can't just buy it off Amazon, now can I? That would
No, published in the 60s.
I'm gonna
out of print.
disobey the title of the book and spend money on this dang thing.
Right.
No, not when you can learn how to do all kinds of stuff. Guerrilla broadcasting, guerrilla warfare, free housing, how to find communes, how to hitchhike, how to...
This
it's
is
just
almost
all
a
kinds of
guerrilla
stuff.
podcast.
Hacking stuff. I mean, and I know that this is all super old information, but... So they stole the title.
Yes.
And it's not even the System of a Down did, by the way. They stole the title. Steal this album. Not even the first Steal This album. Not even the first Steal This album. There's a different Steal This album by The Coup.
The Coup.
Rap group.
The Coup rap group?
Rap group from Oakland, California.
Okay. The Coup.
So they got Steal This album. That's 98. They're doing Steal This album with big barcodes on the front, like jail bars.
Oh.
Pretty funny.
There we go. I like that.
So, and then we got Steal This Record by the Suicide Machines, which is a Detroit punk rock band.
Yeah.
90s, 2000s. Again, another Steal This album, beating him to the punch, where this one came out in 2001. So the System of a Down one was the very next year in 2002. So they stole it. They stole the dang title for the dang album that we stole, that they were trying to sell to us.
Oh, hey, men of culture. Follow great leads here.
I guess so. I guess if you steal, they say good artists. Here's a quote I made up. Good artists steal. I wrote that.
Great artists don't get caught.
Great artists steal again.
There we go.
Great artists. I mean, it's about reinterpretations, man. It's about reinterpreting your influences. It's about you take a sound, you take something that you came up with, you bring it through your own lens. You can't just steal. Even if you're sampling something, you're reinterpolating it. But that's a different conversation for a different day. Talking about stealing a lot. Again, don't steal. Get a Spotify account. Listen to the ads. Pay your dues. Pay for YouTube Premium. Whatever. If you want to, I'm sure System of a Down sells music on their website. You can get this album on vinyl. You can get this album on CD. You can get this album, probably not cassette tape, but you can stream the dang thing.
Innervision is apparently not a real word. Like when you Google it, it was defined by System of a Down.
Oh, nice. So it's inner.
Seeing one's
vision.
inner self.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you go.
Is it in the dictionary now?
It's in a slang dictionary.
Oh, yeah, the Urban Dick.
That's
be in there forever.
Just what it's our favorite kind.
That's the best dictionary there is.
Yeah.
It's got Innervision in it.
It does. It's got all the important language.
So you don't even want to do a music video for Innervision. I want each System of a Down member on their own different bicycle, and it's black and white, but then as they're riding the bike, they start coming up on the acid, so there's like flashes of color in the black and white, and then halfway through, they like collide on the bicycles, and then there's like a bad camera effect, like a bad crashing special effect. And then after that, it's like Dr. Seuss, where they're all on one bike and the bike is just going by itself, and they're all like balanced on the bike like Cat in the Hat, like all four guys, and the bike is just like taking them, and it's normal stuff like bushes and sidewalk and crap, but they're just like looking around like, what is going on? Because there's like flashes of like color here and there.
I was envisioning like a clown fun house.
Ooh.
Well, it's like a house of mirrors, and they're all converging together, and it's all like a really just one guy and a reflection of himself, and the soul searching and that kind of deal.
It was Innervision, and then when it gets fast, he's like running around.
Yeah. And it's not like you see all the separate band members, and you see like colors overhead, and the sky is actually different colors, and he's really just tripping. When they come together, it's really just all different versions of him. It's in his internal, and he's just self-discovering while on his acid trip. LSD trip, excuse me.
I remember a story at a local fair of a little kid who brute forced his way through a mirror maze. He freaked out and basically just smashed into every wall on the way out.
That's very dangerous.
Came out basically with a bloody nose or whatever, crying, but he found his way out. He needed to be out. So he was just like bam, 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 bam. So you could get that a fake version, when the music gets intense. He's like thinks he's like moving through walls and crap, but he's really just crashing into the mirror maze,
Yeah.
moving through. He thinks it's because you think it's like a portal. You think you can walk through it, but it's a wall. That's why it's so confusing.
Yeah.
Because you think it's more space, but it's like it's an inner vision. Like there's something in the mirror, but there's nothing in the mirror. It's flat. It's not an inside thing, but your brain thinks it is. Like if you're an animal and you looked at a mirror, you'd think you were looking down a tunnel, right?
Yes.
You're looking into something.
Yeah.
But you're not looking into something. If you're looking out a window, something outside the window. But what if mirrors were windows into our inside, into our inner vision, into our inner workings?
That could be it.
Like if you looked in a mirror and it was like an X-ray mirror.
Oh, that'd be a trick.
It reflected back like your bones.
Your insides.
That'd be an S-tier invention.
That'd be an exorvision.
The
Exorcism.
Yeah. That's totally different. That's a different thing.
That'd be a different song.
They
Still could
probably-
have LSD involved, though.
I wouldn't, I don't hate on it. They can get some involvement.
But your final grade
B
for
minus,
Innervision,
dude.
B minus. Mine was a D+. Fun little backstory.
Pretty fun. Not as fun as the next thing. We're hitting you with episode next of the Polymuse. Steal this album, System of a Down type of thing. We're going to hit you with it then. Got anything to say to him, Michael, before we kick it to the next thing?
Yeah, you don't have to steal us. Just
Listen.
share, 5-star review us,
Yeah.
and yeah, we'll catch you next time
We'll
for
send
some
you
boom
something for
bubbles.
free.